Hey, Scott Sambucci here, and I am here to give you the Monday challenge. So one of the things I've been doing this past week is going through some really old stacks of papers. And this is all of the stuff I've been going through. So the thing is, I'm kind of a list freak, kind of a checklist person. And a lot of times when I'm on airplanes or I'm on trains or I'm traveling or I have a few minutes in a coffee shop, I am a voluminous list maker and list taker. So I'll jot down ideas that I have about, ideas that I can bring to my clients, ideas I can use for my own business. Every time I go to a conference, I usually bring one of these big legal pads and I just jot down tons of ideas. And this is the accumulation of ideas over the last 3 or 4 years that I've been just kind of hoarding. And I looked at it and went through it the other day and I thought, I'm not even really using any of the ideas. They're just taking up space. They're taking up paper. So I've made a decision. I'm going to take all of these ideas, however many there are, and I'm going to throw them away in this box. And that brings me to the Monday challenge for you. I want to ask you to ask yourself a question. What kind of ideas are you kind of clinging on to when it comes to your business or specifically within your sales process? Are you wedded to, I've got to do things a certain way, and even though they haven't been working the last 3 or 4 weeks or worse, the last 3 or 4 months, I'm just going to kind of keep at them. So instead of generating new ideas and actually taking the action with those ideas, because a lot of those ideas that I just threw away, I never really took any action with them. Instead, take a look at what you're doing right now and ask yourself, could there be some action I could be taking instead of just thinking about different ideas? And those actions could be anything. It could be, look, I'm uncomfortable doing a webinar, so maybe that's exactly the reason I should try to put one together in order to reach my market. Or I'm not a very good writer, and maybe that's exactly why you should sit down and try to challenge yourself to write 5 blog posts in 5 days, or accumulate those blog posts into a white paper. Or you might say, well, look, I'm just not very good at the phone. I'm much more comfortable on email. Well, what happens if you were to just put away email for an entire day and only call people on the phone, your prospects or people or CEOs at companies? Or instead of sitting around saying, well, that person's a really senior executive and there was no way they would want to talk to me. I'm just this startup. I've got to work my way through the organization. Well, what if you picked up the phone and called the executive vice president at some Fortune 500 company, or called to the CEO's office of that Fortune 500 company and asked the administrative assistants if you could get time on that person's calendar? You're no worse off than you are now. And so that's my challenge fundamentally, is instead of sitting around thinking about ideas that you never use, throw the ideas away and just start doing stuff and fundamentally change the way and shift your thinking around the work that you're doing with your startup and the work you're doing around your sales process. So go ahead, take that action. You can do it. Do something different this week. Do something different this month. Just today, do something different. Get yourself uncomfortable, learn something new, and see how transformative it is for your business. So I can say by throwing away those papers, I actually feel really relieved that I no longer have this stack of stuff I feel like I have to get to, because now I can take action on the next thing that I need to do. So that's it. That's my Monday morning sales challenge. If you like this post and you think that some of your friends might benefit from it, like it or share it or comment on it. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What one thing new you can actually do? What action can you take that you haven't taken before? Put it down in the comment box. So share this video, take an action, let me know what you're going to do, and let's see how it works out. All right? So that's it. This is Scott Sambucci, and I'm signing off.